Right, so in a surprising turn of events, we could see new MacBooks launch as soon as tomorrow. Yes, you heard me right. We could see the M2 Pro and the M2 Max MacBook Pros launch in under 24 hours. And so yeah, let's delve into all the new details. So credit to Max Tech for mentioning this first. But yes, a ton of credible sources have corroborated on some sort of press release tomorrow for new MacBooks. Now there are some saying we could see two new products, maybe hinting at a new Mac Mini refresh, but Mark Gurman, who's the most credible source, says only the MacBook Pros are launching tomorrow, so yes, don't get too excited about a Mac Mini refresh, that's not as likely. Now what kind of updates can we expect with these MacBooks? Well, of course, like the rumours have been pointing out for weeks, we're not expecting a big refresh. The fact Apple's doing a slight refresh for these MacBooks should tell you that for the most part, this will be a spec refresh, and we're expecting the M2 Pro and the M2 Max. This likely won't be based on a 3nm process. It should either be 5nm like the base M2 chip, or there is a very small chance we could see 4nm, similar to the A16 chip. But anyways, we should see 12 CPU cores, 38 GPU cores, and a max of 96 gigs of RAM. We should also see Bluetooth 5.3 and Wi-Fi 6E support, similar to new iPhones and iPads, maybe HDMI 2.1 support, slightly better battery life because these chips do have more efficiency cores, and also maybe new colors. Midnight has been a color that many have wanted on the MacBook Pro, so that would be nice. However, I'm hoping for a space black finish. I think that would look great. But yes, for the most part this will be a minor refresh, and it makes sense that Apple's randomly dropping this in Jan because they want to save the March event for the bigger releases, like the Apple headset, Apple's new display, and the 15-inch MacBook Air. Now as for the Mac Mini that we could see release, expect similar upgrades like Bluetooth 5.3, Wi-Fi 6E support, additional RAM, and also the new chips. That should be the M2 and the M2 Pro. So yes, no M2 Max in this, and that makes sense because the current Mac Studio has the M1 Max. I'm expecting a new version of that to launch in the near future, so that should get the M2 Max, and the Mac Mini gets the base M2 chip. And finally, the space grey Intel Mac Mini should be replaced by this M2 Pro version. And this by far is the most exciting product because there is a clear gap in the market where some want a machine more powerful than the base variants, however do not need the power and the expense of the Macs, and so an M2 Pro Mac Mini that could be $12.99 would be a pretty good deal. However, like I said guys, the Mac Mini is less likely to launch. It seems everyone's more sure we're getting MacBooks, so yes, don't get your hopes up about new Mac Minis, they might not release. However, there is a possibility that Apple could give us a Tuesday announcement for the MacBooks and a Wednesday announcement for the Mac Mini. That could be the case. We'll have to see what Apple does. Now Gurman also says that we should see these Macs shipping on the 24th, and we should see the embargo being lifted the day before, as Apple's done for other products in the past. And in case you don't believe Gurman, there is further confirmation that we're getting new MacBooks because these unreleased MacBooks have been spotted in Canada's regulatory database, and there's mention of Wi-Fi 6E support, so yeah, that's basically confirmed, and we should see the release very, very soon. The only thing I worry about is of course prices outside of the US. We saw massive price hikes with the iPhones and the iPads, and so definitely expect price increases for these Macs outside the US. And just as I finish this video, Gurman now tells us we could see a new regular sized HomePod launch pretty soon. So yes, it seems there are many possible products Apple could launch pretty soon. Anyways, that's about it guys, but tell me in the comments what new features do you want to see with these MacBooks. Anyways, thank you for watching guys, make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumours. Check out the video above on details regarding new HomePods, and on that note, see ya peeps.